First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
We play to win. Let's go.
Ready, set.
Go 58's the mic. Danny. Kill. Check 9.
Protein spill.
Check 4.
Speed grip.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. Man, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Robinson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Going left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Off the play fake. Costello. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
you saw.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Alert them.
Topper. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go, defense.
Now Ito Smith. And an alley to run. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll try the right side here with Smith. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 30. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey. Let's go.
Off play action. Costello. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, 60 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
Hard. Now.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
6-6, pull it high.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
General West.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Gun. 20.
Check 13.
Newton now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Costello. He'll get this to Eckler.
Play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? 70, Indy. Ready?
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5 now. Newton. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Touch right. 3 down. 8.
Great.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Great.
Second and 9. At the 26-yard line.
Check. 3 down.
Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 30. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Set, ready? 10-2 saw.
59, minus the 59. Here we go, here we go.
Let go.
To throw on second down. Costello looking long for Westbrook. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's third down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Go.
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Get it.
On third down, Costello. It's caught. Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Silver.
On the carry, here's Smith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Strong right.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, let's go.
Off play action. Costello. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 21 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Here in the half, you're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing it.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready?
45, Mike, 45. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Get up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one out quickly to Westbrook. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's go. Run over.
Come on.
Throwing on first down. Costello. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Single.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
We got this.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Number 28, Mike.
Great.
Check in.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
20.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On the run, it's Robinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I'm going back.
Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
I'm here all day. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Hey, alert 3.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st down, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Number 28, Mike.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 70.
Long way to go, and remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there, so whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now it's Smith running right. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
Now.
On 1st down, Costello. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here is Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Panthers will get the football back. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Get in the white room. Express. Hey, number 28. He's coming. Check him.
Out of the gun, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Down. 10 too soft.
Check 59. Hey, watch the slant.
Pilot.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. It's Eckler again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Costello. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Newton now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and among...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Costello. And the pressure gets to him again. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Greystone, travel.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
Now.
On 4th down, Costello. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Come get some.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Wow.
Off play action. Costello. Caught by Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
We own them. We own them.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. Kick the oar. Hey.
Let's go.
Smith trying to run for it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in... From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He got 29 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Williams. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Brings up second and 9 at the 40-yard line.
On second down, here's Penny. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
What? Move the team. Right there. 54 mic. Alert.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. It's caught. Lockett. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Steps away. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
3-2-18. Chopper. 29.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, they complete it to Hill. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Easy. Follow me, sir. Yellow.
Check the backer. Watch the motion.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Single receiver. Check three.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. 1st down.
50 seconds.
Yellow.
Fire. 64. Weak. Shoot. You got tight.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This will be taken very short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A terrific run there by Penny. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run this with Homer. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nick Ballore there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Hey, 57, 57. Check. Easy. Check hot. Get it.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Watch the whip.
Here we go. 4th down. Mahomes. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will... cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Gets this one to Hill. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Yellow. Attack, attack. Joker.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 61 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is something.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
56, right there, 56. All day, all night.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 27 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. But this is caught by Williams. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Now it's Mahomes again. It's Hill, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here we go with Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
SOS. Hey, switch gears.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to an 8-point game.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
The motion.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check. Hey, 57 colors. Check 31.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Come on, let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.